since we're moving on to some trade talks. We had a trade yesterday. Now, I think people were wondering. Now, I'm a Heat fan, okay? Am I upset that we didn't get Kevin Durant? Maybe a little bit because we did reject an offer, but
KD
I
seen what they was doing to Jimmy and was like, I ain't going over there, man.
we offered Jaime Jaquez and Nikola Jovic and then some draft picks, some draft capital.
Hmm.
And the Suns were like, all right. But then they wanted another player. They wanted like Wiggins or Duncan Robinson to offset the salary cap. But then we were like, nope, we're not doing it. That's what I
Nope.
heard. I heard a report of that. But now he's a Houston
Hmm.
Rocket.
Yep.
And they traded Jalen Green,
Hmm.
Dylan Brooks, 5 second-round picks, which is a lot, and then the number 10 overall pick. Did the Rockets overpay for 36-year-old Kevin Durant?
That's a really good question. I don't think you're ever overpaying for a player of his caliber. They want to win right now. So if you wanted to build around him and win in the future, then that'd be one thing. But like they're trying to win right now. They asked Ime, like they weren't even big on him. They asked Ime, and Ime was like, "I want KD." So I mean, they got it done. And come on, it's KD. Are you ever really overpaying for KD?
I think,
Given like what he's done the last 5 years, right? Like,
but the draft capital though, like, I mean, you were second in the West without him.
yeah, but with the draft capital and draft and play, like even right, amen, right? Like he's really good, but they gotta wait on him to develop. And being around a guy like KD's gonna help his development even more. But KD, like he's only gotten better, bro. Like his stats are better than they were, 5, 6 years ago.
But
Like
he's
they
also older, and he's this is post Achilles.
But
I
if
know
his
this is a
stats are
while.
better, why does his age matter?
I
Age should only matter if his stats are deteriorating, bro. They're not. They're getting better. He's shooting better from three. He's shooting better from the field. He's 50, 40, 90. Like, how much can you say about that? He like so
I'm not knocking KD. I just think it's
right. No, no,
five
no.
five
I'm
draft
talking
picks,
about like
six
this
draft
is
picks.
what people look at when you're talking about overpaying, underpaying, like stats, right? If we're talking like
I'm not
what
really looking at KD as a. I'm not really looking at that though. Like I feel like the
what do you
Suns
mean?
kind of fleeced them in a way because I
Mm,
feel like they got way too much. They got way too much back in return. Like and then they get Jalen Green in the trade, which I'm
right.
surprised that the Rockets even traded him.
Yeah.
Very surprised. But I know there was a lot of conversations about is he consistent enough? But that'll come with time. Like he's a young player. He hadn't what has he been in the league? Like 3, 4 years? I mean, he hasn't even been in the league that long. So like you've seen what he can do, and I'm
I
kind
think
of
it's tough
surprised
for him.
about
Like,
that.
I don't think they should have made him the guy so fast. I think making him the guy put him in a position to like you have to perform
But is he
in
the
this
guy though?
moment.
I feel like Sengun's kind of the guy now, at
Well,
least on last
now,
year's
but
team.
I mean, if he wasn't the guy, then or I feel like they were pushing him. I don't even know
I
if the
I
guy
I,
was the
I
right
see
thing,
you
but
on
like,
that.
yeah,
They're
like
pushing him. Yeah,
they were pushing him
face of the
forward to like,
franchise type stuff.
yeah, we
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
make you the face of the franchise. And with that vision, you can't have a guy, averaging single digits in the playoffs. Um, well, in the series. So it
That was the issue with Jalen Green was the
tough.
inconsistency, going for 30 and then having like nine. He had that in the Warrior series a couple times. But like I with the KD trade, like I think it makes I think this puts Houston in a position to where they can be a contender in the West. I think they're well
Absolutely.
coached. They have like not just other guys besides KD. They got Fred Van Vliet. I think
Mhm.
Jabari Smith. I think
Yes.
he's going to be able to develop, like you were talking about with guys developing with KD.
Right.
That's a guy right there that has, can have a similar impact on the game when he really hits his peak.
Right.
I feel like he is a good defender, and his offensive game is starting to get there. We saw those flashes with him at Auburn, and then
Right.
Sengun. He's turned into an all-star level player. You keep
Maybe
Steven
Jokic.
Adams around. That's a big
Mm,
piece to have.
yeah.
I think they have some pieces to really make some noise, and they were second in the West. They've been
Hmm.
getting better. The year before that, they won 41 games.
Right.
They've been building this for a while.
And even though they let Dylan Brooks go, the defensive identity, they keep a portion of that with Ime. You know, he's a defensive
Yeah.
coach, so they're
And
not
Amin
losing their
Thompson
defensive
too. That's
identity.
a guy I forgot to
Right.
mention as well.
Yeah,
He
he's
is
two way.
phenomenal.
Exactly. Exactly.
That guy's
Exactly.
he's a star in the making. Like I mean, that
Yes.
guy's special, special
Nah.
talent.
Talk about athletic, bro. I don't. Yeah.
Stuff he was doing in the playoffs and all regular season, I'm just like,
Right.
what?
And then just like how much he can't like he doesn't. He was getting really, really, really upset when Steph scored. It's like, bro, it's Steph. You can't. But just like, he doesn't think Steph should score. Like in his mind, it's like Steph shouldn't get that shot off. And like that's to have that mentality, bro, is he gonna be special. Like you said, he gonna be special.
It's second to none. You don't see that in a young player like that that's hungry and can
Mm,
do things on both ends of the floor. Like he's dynamic offensively, he's
right.
dynamic defensively. Like I think that's a piece that I think makes this Rockets team
And he
dangerous
got a
because
shooting coach this summer, so next year he gonna come back
and the Rockets have
a
depth.
little
They
bit
have
better.
other young players, and they're
Right.
gonna get guys in the draft. I'm sure of it. And who knows? Maybe a free agent, sneaky veteran free agent, can come in there.
Mm,
I mean, it's an enticing team. I mean, it really is. I
yeah.
think KD can definitely win a title, but I
I
it
hope he
The
does.
West is still really good. It's still a good
Yeah.
conference.
Yeah, it's not they're just that puts them in championship contention. Like that's all it did. They weren't, and now they are. That doesn't mean they're gonna win, but now
Yeah,
they are. Now they could possibly win. Still got Bron, Luca, Jokic, at
yeah. You got Ant.
SGA, Ant, right? Like it's the West has always been loaded. So we'll just have to see. But to your original question, like I don't think it's overpaying. I don't think it's I don't think they gave up too much. I think when KD says he wants to be on your team, you give up whatever you have to. Like,
Yeah. And if you're in a position to
God,
get
bro,
KD, you're in win now.
I was praying he said Indiana. Knowing it just wasn't gonna come true. But I was
I
praying he said Indiana.
thought he was
We
going to go
would
to the
have,
Heat. I thought he
man,
was.
we would have given up.
Thought he was.
Send whoever KD thinks should be off the team, respectfully, and then we build around that. Keep Holly
I feel the same
and
way about the Heat, man.
and keep TJ. Shout out TJ. Keep Holly, TJ, and Nimhart and Siakam. Actually, we don't even really. They gonna want if just my fantasy.
I mean,
They
you could
would
have thrown
take Siakam.
Siakam on that trade with
Right,
KD.
like,
Yeah,
bro,
you're throwing him in there all day long.
absolutely. Like, just man, take the whole team.
I mean,
But
KD is
that's
basically a bigger and like 10 times better Siakam. I mean, that's
a
we
hundred.
know
Bro,
that.
KD's in no shake because he's a 10 times better than every player in the league except for like four guys. Like, it's
7-footer that can pull up from anywhere. I mean, you can't guard
people
him.
forget, bro, because he's such a troll and KD got people. He's KD got people thinking they can just talk to him however because he responds like a normal person on Twitter. Um,
No.
which is hilarious. Like I love when KD responds on Twitter to people because he puts them in their place. But people forget, bro. Like this is Kevin Durant, man. Like what are we talking about? Like
Did you
all the
see the way he found
disrespect.
out too?
Yeah, live, bro.
Yeah, he was at the
Like
Fanatics
he don't even
Festival.
care too. Like he's such a hooper, bro. He's just like, all right, I get to go there and hoop. Like cool, I'm a 50, 40, 90 another season. We're gonna try and get to the finals. Like it just is what it is. Like, bro, he's KD. He's always been like this. Like what? I hate that people try and question his leadership, and then his leadership goes into the type of is he great? Like, man, stop.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. I'm from another world, baby, yeah. Broadway paradise. They think I'm way too cold, cause I put my